What is it that you seek here, Dr. Richards?
Well, the same as always, Adam. A universal truth that can unite us all and bring an end to this madness.
I see. Be wary, my friend. Blind faith in anything, even science, often leads to catastrophic consequences. I have never seen the Earth shrouded in such darkness.
Dracula used the Darkhold to bend the laws of nature themselves.
If the sun will no longer rise, we will have to find other ways to bring the light.
If anyone can manage that, Adam, it's you.
Dr. Richards, I hope you found our Institute of Science helpful.
Oh, it's fantastic, King T'Challa. Your sister's data on astronomy is unparalleled.
I will pass on your praise.
T'Challa, is the Empire everything you ever wanted?
All I have ever wanted is better lives for people.
Doom would probably say something similar.
The difference being I have not scrambled space-time.
T'Challa, Tony and I are working on something big, but we can't do it alone.
Reed, if you are inviting me to join another Illuminati, I fear I must decline.
I expected as much, which is why I was hoping to talk to Shuri.
I see. I will make sure that my sister receives your invitation, along with my opinions on the matter.
An entire galactic empire of your own? I'm impressed, T'Challa.
You reached for the stars long before I did, my friend. I just led my people to a new home among them.
I knew Wakanda was technologically advanced, but what you built here is astounding.
And it is yours to explore as you please, once this crisis has abated. Have you found a solution to the vampire infestation, Reed?
I've been working on a cure, but nothing viable yet, I'm afraid.
Then we may not have a choice but to eliminate our foes more permanently.
I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, T'Challa, but you may be right.
No matter how much things change.
It must be hard to know that Hydra is still a threat, after all you did to stop them during the war.
Their tentacles have always burrowed deep, but now may be a chance to sever them for good.
Let's just hope 2 more don't grow back in their place.
Gotta say, I'm not a big fan of this whole eternal night thing.
Is there any chance you could absorb this darkness into the Dark Force dimension?
This is black magic blotting out the sun, man. It's not something I could just port away.
A shame. We're running out of options. And time. Science alone may not be enough to win us this battle, Stephen.
I see. Are there any other means you consider worthy of exploration? Something beyond your many areas of expertise, perhaps.
You're really going to make me say it out loud, aren't you?
You have no idea how long I have been waiting for this day.
I hate to admit it, but science alone might not get us through this one.
Things must be dire if you are willing to factor magic as a possible solution.
I'm willing to explore any advantages we have available, Stephen.
Then it's a good thing I happen to have a few up my sleeve, Reed.
We could really use a mind like Dr. Banner's right about now.
We could use a body like Hulk's even more. You can wait.
By the time you decide to give Bruce control again, it may be too late.
And if Banner hadn't let Hulk out, you wouldn't still be alive to complain about it.
You and me, Reed. We'll get this figured out.
If Doom can do it, we certainly can too. I'm glad you're here, Bruce. We could use someone with your special skills.
Thanks, Reed. I have a theory that... Wait, you're talking about my brain, right?
Ahem.
You are talking about my brain, right?
Please tell me this isn't the date night you've been planning for us, Reed.
No, but when you think about it, what could be more romantic than saving the universe side by side?
Literally anything.
Noted.
Reed, you do have a plan to stop Victor, don't you, darling?
Would you still love me if I said, not yet?
Of course, but I would also be extremely concerned.
As would I, my dear. As would I. A time stream reintegration device may be our only hope to mend the damage the Dooms have caused.
Between the 2 of us, we should be able to have a working prototype in... how long now?
By my estimates, 5 to 10 years.
Oh, well, suddenly the fact that time itself has gone completely haywire doesn't seem so bad. Did you see the building with my name on it, Reed?
Yes, it seems your legacy survives well into the future, Tony.
Well, you don't seem all that impressed.
It's a shopping mall, Tony. I'm afraid there's still no evidence-scientific solution to our vampire problem.
Well, maybe a little break from the lab will do us good, Reed.
Well, I suppose it's never a bad thing to give some other muscles a stretch.
Mr. Fantastic cracking jokes. It really is the end of the world.
If I had a quantum converter, I could build us a device capable of...
Another of your convoluted contraptions? I have magic at my fingertips.
Sorry, but I'll put my faith in science over sorcery any day, Loki.
Fortunately, the success of my spells does not hinge upon your belief in them.
We need to come up with a formula to reverse the vampiric effects on innocent civilians.
I've already got one in mind, the Montesi formula.
That's a far more permanent solution than I'm willing to consider.
Sorry, but if they're endangering the night, Khonshu wants them gone for good.
Richards, I do enjoy when these little conflicts bring us together.
It's a rare occasion when you and I see things the same way, Namor.
Except when it comes to Suze.
Speak my wife's name and you'll find our alliance will be over far sooner than you anticipated. If we want to solve this crisis, we'll need to put our differences aside.
We are not all that different, you and I. We have always wanted the same thing.
It's good to know our goals are aligned, Namor.
Yes, I was speaking of our goals, of course.
That's quite the complex suit for such a young girl to operate. I'm impressed.
It's not so tough when you get used to it. You just need to speak Spider's language.
Well, we could use a voice like yours while we try to solve this Darkhold dilemma.
You've already got all the brains you need. We're better off taking the battle to the streets.
If we want to end this, we're going to need our most brilliant minds on the case.
Between you and Tony, I think you've got that part covered.
Actually, I was hoping you could offer your opinion on my designs, Peter.
Wow, really? I'd be honored. And I promise I won't get any webs on them. This time. Did you know that web over there connects us to a whole multiverse full of different spider heroes?
Not just Spider-Men. Each parallel universe contains its own variation on every single one of us. In fact, I've met hundreds of versions of myself.
Yeah? Are they all this good at making a guy feel less special? Or is that just you?
I once flew to the moon and hung with Galactus. You ever see me brag about it?
You actually posted it on social media right after and tagged, like, everyone, remember? And Silver Surfer doesn't have a handle, by the way. Although theoretically Power Cosmic should give him access to any form of info network in the universe. I've heard you have a background in computer science. Is that correct?
Oh, me? Yeah, actually, I do. Why do you ask, Mr. F?
Have you ever considered using those talents to save the universe instead?
I mean, sure, but then I remember that I beat Thanos with the help of a single squirrel. But I'm always open to trying new things.
If you need anyone else to run missions, you know, I happen to be an ace pilot.
I believe Ben has that covered, but thank you anyway.
Ben Grimm? Oh, you know he ran with the Guardians for a bit, right? Did he tell you all about me?
Indeed, which is exactly why I think your skills are of better use to us elsewhere.
You are one of Midgard's most brilliant minds, Reed Richards. Surely, if any knows how to save the realm eternal, 'tis you.
I have some ideas, but as a man of science, I've learned to admit that some forces are beyond my comprehension or control.
You are wise beyond your years, mortal. A shame you have so few left ahead of you.
A brain like yours could be of great use to us.
I hope so, but solving a problem this big will push me to my mental limits.
Yes, for problem solving. Certainly not for devouring.
Ah, now I see why Susan insisted I bring my sonic wave generator. I'd like to run a few tests on you when this is all over, James.
I've been poked and prodded enough for 10 lifetimes, Reed. I'll pass.
Are you sure? What if Hydra implanted something inside of you?
Wouldn't be the first time. I beat it before. I'll do it again. On my own terms.
If Null has the means to slay a Celestial, we don't stand much of a chance.
Speak for yourself, bub. My bones are pure adamantium.
And Celestial armor is forged from a cosmic equivalent of the same metal.
Suddenly I don't feel quite as invulnerable as usual.
I am happy you are here, Susan. You have been a true friend since I first emerged from my cocoon.
You've certainly come a long way since the Enclave created you, Adam.
They meant to use me as a pawn in their own wicked schemes, but I had a much higher calling.
Power like yours can change worlds. I'm glad you decided that it should change them for the better.
It's always an honor to watch you work, Susan.
Really? Me? But you're one of the best spies in the world, Natasha.
Your powers make my decades of stealth training obsolete. You're a legend.
Thanks. Now, would you mind telling my brother that?
Everyone is looking at me as if they know me. It's a strange feeling.
You may have just been unthawed in your timeline, but to us, you were a trusted friend for ages.
I haven't led a fighting force of this magnitude since the war. What if I don't live up to your expectations?
Our Steve was the glue that held together countless teams of heroes. Trust me, you were born for this. Reed is glad to have another genius around to help him solve this, Tony.
Same. He takes my brilliant ideas and makes them ever so slightly better.
I'll be sure to tell him exactly what you said.
Please don't. There's no way I can do this without him.
Your illusions are quite adequate for a mortal.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Hiding from sight is a simple task for the god of mischief.
It's getting you to stop talking about yourself that's the real trick.
Why do you insist on staying with your fool of a husband when you could rule the world at my side?
Reed saves the world countless times each week, almost as often as you fail to conquer it.
Ooh, you wound me, Susan.
Not yet, but keep talking, and that could change.
Ah, my dear sweet Susan Storm.
It's Richards, Namor, as you are well aware.
Perhaps the two of us have been brought together here for a greater purpose.
Wow, are your motivations always as transparent as I am?
Susan, we should depart this madness together at once.
There might not be vampires underwater yet, but there will be soon if we don't stop this.
You insult me, my dear. I would never allow this plague to infect my kingdom.
Don't kid yourself, Namor. The darker the depths, the more they'll thrive.
Your powers of stealth would make you an excellent assassin.
I've been told that before, but that kind of violence isn't really my style.
If you came from my world, you would have little choice. You move with such stealth. You could be an excellent sparring partner.
Currently, I'm more interested in fighting against our common foes.
When this battle is won, grant me the honor of besting you in combat.
You'll have to let this mom stretch first, but then you're on.
You know, as cool as future Spider City is, I'd rather be in Queens.
Home isn't always where the webs are.
Right? You get it more than anyone, Sue. It's about family.
Well, you'll always be a part of ours, Peter. Wherever and whenever we may be.
Do these weird symbiotes keep trying to bond with you, too?
No, but I'm keeping a thin force field around my entire body at all times.
Any chance you got a spare? 'Cause black is not my color.
What do you think, Ororo? Do we go in full force or stay under the radar?
Unlike you, my powers rarely allow me to go undetected, Susan.
Then we play to our strengths. I'll strike when they least expect it.
And I shall rip the heavens themselves asunder if need be.
What T'Challa has done here is pretty magnificent, isn't it, Ororo?
His devotion to the intergalactic empire of Wakanda is unending. If only it had been so to his wife.
I know the feeling. Reed and I have found ways to make it work, but...
If all stories had happy endings, we would have no reason to turn the page.
You know my weapons can still lock onto you, even when you're invisible.
I thought we were supposed to be on the same side, Frank.
We are, for now. But in this business, that can change in a heartbeat.
I'll be sure to remember that. And when it does, I'll be ready.
While the men of science prattle on, we shall take this fight to the streets.
You know, there happen to be men and women of science in this fight.
Then perhaps you can enlighten me as to the meaning behind his perplexing words.
Yeah, I wish my 4 doctorates in biochem helped me understand Reed.
Hydra's been a thorn in my side for way too long.
I understand, Bucky. Some villains just don't know when to quit.
This is one group of fascists I'd be happy to never see again.
I could help with that, but not in the way I think you mean.
What the hell happened to the city, Sue?
Not much. It's just been thrust into darkness and overrun by vampires.
Kinda makes me wish I hadn't given Steve his shield back.
Don't worry, I've got you covered in that department.
Think I could borrow that teleporting cape of yours for my next mission?
It's a cloak, and it ain't the source of my powers. It just helps me channel them.
Well, then I guess I'll just have to bring you along instead.
Sounds fun, but you're gonna have to run it past Dagger first. We're a package deal.
It's been too long since we've had a quiet moment together, James.
Yeah, jumping timelines feels just like those stints in cryostasis.
No matter how long apart, we always come back to one another.
Always, Natalia. Always.
Puny human thinks he's strong. How cute.
You're underestimating me, buddy. My chi is fully focused.
So is Hulk's rage. Wanna see which is stronger?
You know what? I'm just gonna let you have this one.
Got a lock on our targets, Tony?
Well, I'm not picking up any heat signatures, but with vampires, that doesn't mean anything.
So are all these people really... or can we still find a way to bring them back?
We're still not sure, Clint. But until we know, we fight like we're gonna save every last one.
If you should fall mortal, riches will not buy your way out of my realm.
Oh, no? How about charm?
Perhaps, if only you had some.
Wow, that was cold. And for some reason, extremely hot.
Rumor has it you're a pop star. Any songs I might know?
Tonight, I really wanna fly away.
Yeah, me too, but, we're stuck here, so why not fill me in on those songs of yours?
I have a strange feeling my music didn't make it onto your mixtapes. If we use our ice powers together, we can stop our enemies cold.
Ice powers? What the heck are you talking about, kid?
You are the Winter Soldier, aren't you?
I think something may have gotten lost in translation.
We need to hit them fast and hard. I'll take point. Namor, I want you to...
I am the one who gives orders, child. Namor commands an entire army.
Of dolphins? I've got an entire dimension full of demons that serve my every whim.
Perhaps I shall allow you to lead, just this once.
Do you feel farther from Khonshu now that all this has happened?
Nah, he's nearer than ever. Soon we will all see him.
Whoa, that sounded a little apocalyptic.
Careful, kid. This city is swarming with vamps.
Dracula's children of the night stand no chance against the true Dark Child.
Dark Child? Is that like another personality or something? Because I know all about that.
She is another side of me, but one I have learned to control and embrace.
You are the avatar of a divine being, are you not?
I'm the Fist of Khonshu, god of the moon.
Ah, of the Aeneid, the Egyptian pantheon. I was never fond of him. Taurette, however.
Yeah, she's great, but no one would take me seriously if I busted skulls wearing a hippo costume. Not used to being on a planet without a moon.
Clintar isn't a planet. It's a cage for a god.
Really? Think it's got room for one more? Khonshu can be a bit of a pain.
We can barely keep Null contained. Let's not push our luck.
You need not fear me, little yokai. It's what we called ancient spirits where I come from. You are of both the water and the earth. That is rare indeed.
We sure have come a long way since we first joined the Avengers together, way back when.
If only Pietro were here to share in the moment. But in my timeline, he is gone.
Hey, if anyone could outrun the end of all that is, Wanda, it's your brother.
I pray that you are right, Clint, because right now, I could use him more than ever.
Hey, Tandy, where's Ty? You two are usually inseparable.
That hasn't changed. In fact, we're closer than ever, whether we like it or not.
Are you guys sharing a studio in Hell's Kitchen now? I get it. Rent's been skyrocketing.
It's actually a bit more complicated than that. You'll see.
I know why I'm in this fight, but what made you crawl out from under your rock?
There are so many powerful souls here, and I have come to collect.
Hate to disappoint, Your Majesty, but on my watch, everybody lives.
Oh, sweet, innocent spider. We shall see about that.
An alien world teeming with hungry protoplasmic life forms? Sounds like fun.
Whoa, careful, Peni. You do not want to bring one of these guys home with you.
Don't worry. Symbiotes only bond with organic hosts. And I'm fully protected inside Spider.
Wow. I wish my partnership with Venom had been half as healthy as yours with your mech suit.
Ah, Namor. 'Tis a joy to have a fellow monarch fighting by my side.
A king is only as powerful as the army he commands. Mine is at the ready. Where is yours?
Yggsgard's warriors currently answer to my brother, Loki, but that is soon to change.
Oh, I see. Well, until then, step aside and let a true king lead the charge.
How does a creature so small lift a weapon so large?
Same as you, pal. I'm worthy. Want to trade?
Ha! Verily you must jest, Rocketeer.
Nah, it was worth a try.